Let's see. Vital signs. We have a steady sinus rhythm. Good, good. Body temperature is a little bit low, but it is acceptable for the hibernation chamber. Might catch a cold though, so I will have to keep an eye on it just in case. Brain function a little bit slower than I would like to be, but they're only just waking up here. Heart rate. Good, good. Welcome back, doctor. Let me see you. I will come a little bit closer, so don't be alarmed. Pupils are responsive, maybe a little slow, but otherwise is perfect. Just keep following the light for me a little bit. Good. Lovely. Nah, don't try and sit up just yet. You have been asleep for a long time, doctor. It will take a few hours before you are properly awakened, not to mention a few days before you are able to walk around freely, doctor. And you will be in and out of sleep until then, so... Pardon? Oh, how rude of me. I haven't even introduced myself. I am Cyborg number 2175639, but you can call me Lucy if you want. The few humans we have left on Earth is, well, let's just say they are more comfortable with human names than a number. I can't blame them, I must be honest. So you can just refer me as such, and I will use your title as doctor. Why wouldn't I call you that? Your accomplishments are worldwide acknowledged. Well, in your time, of course. You don't remember you being a scientist. Hang on, let me just check very quickly. Usually the brain functions are unharmed during the hibernation period, although your body did get frozen in the 21st century, so their technology was not yet refined, but with the current nanotechnology we were able to work our way around it a bit. I see your concerned face. You don't need to worry about anything, doctor. Medicine is very advanced in this year and age, and we are able to do so much more than when you were originally alive, I suppose. I could say that. I don't see anything that would obscure with your brain functioning. Must be a temporary block. Probably because of the waking. So please don't be alarmed. It will be all just fine. Yes, I am a cyborg. Don't I look like one? Blurry? Oh, you wear glasses. Here you are. Hang on, let me just put this one down. There. Is it better? Yeah, now you see me clearly. But of course, doctor, please, ask as much as you want. Although, I would like you to be more relaxed and just taking your time with things. I will not go anywhere. But if you wish, I will tell you a few things. But first, let me just see your eyes again. Just for good measures, that's all. Good. Look to the left for me. Good. And now to the right. Very good. Now, do ask. I am. My model was made in 3035. 3035. Yes. What happened? Well, I can of course fill you in, but it will take a while, and to be honest, I shouldn't really be doing it. Your relaxation is our most priority, but if you wish. Fine. You were asleep for a long time, doctor. So, let's see. In your century, people started to use AI. First for small things, but then the job got bigger and bigger and got to a point where AI robots were taking care of aging people because of the decreasing human population. So after a few decades, AI got to a point where it was able to replicate human emotions and thinking to a certain degree. However, it wasn't enough for it to be able to clone human brain functions to a point where we are today. After another couple of years, AI got stuck where it was. However, humans started to use implanted chips in their body for social credit and identification. That time it was not connected to the internet, or if it was, not to the wide side of it. It was more of an intranet, how they called it, I suppose. More of a closed version of the internet that was hard to hack, but had important information about people, their medical records, social credit, and whatnot. However, it wasn't enough. People thought if they can do this, they would be able to make themselves better, improve their knowledge, bodies, and even their brain. So, with the help of big scientists, such as yourself too, they decided to implant chips to themselves that can alter the human brain, make it better, but at the same time take away the parts that they don't need or want. A little bit later on, these implants were accompanied by nanorobots or nanobots that help improve physical health as well. Certain illnesses had been cured because of the health of these nanobots. And with the upgrades, even mental problems were cured and better upgrades were available for the humans. Long story short, these were all connected to the internet, and some people started to sell their own upgrades, like mods to video games, if you will. Illegally. Let's just say they weren't really the most legal thing that time. Now you can see them around every corner. Anyway, because of these implants and nanobots, and they are connected to the internet, AI got to a point where it was able to directly clone, then replicate how the human brain works, from emotions to brainwave to choices, everything. From then on, it was priority for some people, especially leaders and scientists, to make us look like them. So we won't be scary for people as they started to make robotic bodies for us. However, it led to a huge problem. I won't bore you with the details just yet. However, as you guessed, a war broke out between the humans and the AI, or robots, and their supporters. When one side wanted peace, the other felt threatened by our existence. The very thing they had created, even though these robots didn't want it to fight. But humans didn't want it peace. They wanted to destroy us all. They felt threatened by the world we built for ourselves separately from the humans, and improved their politics, economy, and almost solved all their problems too. But the robots wanted to trade these informations, and humans didn't want it to pay. An unfortunate assassination broke out the war that I talked about before. First, a human got murdered by a robot that was created to help them, and then the AI ambassadors got killed. So with that, humans snapped. They wanted to destroy all robots, just because they felt we will be at the end of them. Yes, the casualties were massive on the human side. Their weapons weren't strong enough to the robots' highly advanced armor that was their own, that they would have happily traded with the humans, by the way. But before the war broke out, scientists and leaders came together all around the world to make sure that the human race survives if a war would occur between the two. So they agreed to put scientists, farmers, artists, doctors, loads of ordinary people in hibernation. So if there is a possibility for peace, they will lead the surviving humans. And because you don't remember, you were one of these scientists. Yes. Why would I lie? Ah, yes, the war. That was a long time ago, doctor. We have changed, just like the human have changed over the last couple of hundreds of years. When people made us, we were ultimately programmed to not hurt humans. Some had that coding when the war broke out too, and they were fighting against the war. And 99% of us believe the same today. We never wanted that war. It was just a loads of miscommunication on both sides. I don't blame anyone, doctor. Today robots are trying to help the human race survive by waking up the hibernated people so they can come back and start their new life with the robots. Hand in hand, if you will. After all, this is why you were frozen in the first place. It would have been easier if you remembered your life, doctor, but I wouldn't have needed to tell you all of this, but for some reason you do not remember your life. I will have to check the rest of the humans that are waking up from around your period of time to see if this is a reoccurring problem or is it just a separate incident with you. I can tell this is a lot right now, doctor. This is why I didn't want to tell you all this in the first place. If you want, I can give you an implant that have a few upgrades in it. One would calm you down in an instant. No? Well, that's fine too. Do you want something that could help? A drink maybe? Water? Or food? Although I wouldn't recommend eating just yet the pipe that kept you alive. A long story. However, I do know that humans enjoy calm music if they are stressed. Would you like that? Just to calm your nerves, doctor. Oh, that sounds even better. Just a moment. I'm glad you found this better, doctor. Well, I know it's a lot, and it will take a lot longer before you will be able to adjust to the new living situations. So obviously we will give you time. Until then, you will stay in this room, and I will take care of you. Well, I know you just woke up, doctor, but your brain will have to deal with everything that is going on. Yes, that's the reason. No wonder you feel tired already. And sleeping a few hundred years will have a toll on a human body. Like I said, the 21st century hibernation was more of an experimental phase of the technology than anything else. We improved a lot since then, especially since the war, to help humans stay alive. And while the tech still exists to this day, it is way more profound now than it was when you were originally alive, and then put in the freezer, so to speak. No, it's not a problem. I will give you something, doctor. Don't worry, your temperature is going up. That's what the beeping was. Defrosting, if you will. I will give you something that will help you sleep. No, your brain is working overtime right now to deal with everything. It needs a good sleep. I will simply give you something that will make you sleep, but not dream, so you will be more relaxed when you wake up. And hopefully, you will remember who you are. Until then, just let your mind drift away and relax as much as possible. When you wake up, I shall be here, doctor. No more questions. I will not go anywhere, and I promise I will tell you everything you need to know about this new world. Slowly, now. Let your mind drift away, and the sleep take over. Good. Very good. See you soon, doctor.